Hello everyone and welcome back to DP211 with Emma. If you're new here, love you to hang out with me just a little bit longer, hit the subscribe button, that ring notification bell, and every time I load a video to the YouTube reviews, you'll be notified on your phone, your tablet, your watch, your iPad, possibly your computer, maybe your TV if you know how to do that one. And now returning, welcome back, it's so good to see you. I do miss you when you're not here. So welcome to Teach You Tuesday. So you've selected your canvas, you've got your design ready to go, and it's arrived. What do you do next? Well, you need to know how to prep your canvas, you need to know how to read your canvas and check all your drills. And if you follow me over there, I will show you exactly how to do that. Okay, you've opened it up and chances are your canvas rolled like this. Perhaps on a foam roller, which I don't seem to have. No, I think I've binned them all. Chances are your canvas is either rolled up tight like that or rolled up like this. So what you want to do first and foremost is flatten this out. Now, I picked this canvas for these videos on purpose because it is a round. It is a 30 by 40, just double check on that. I think I checked it. It's just under 25 by just over 34.5. So it's not quite a 30 by 40, that will be the actual size of the whole canvas. But it's also a poured glue, which you can tell because it has this clear cover over it. So I'm going to show you how I flatten them out. A lot of people put them under heavy books, but I think it does depend on the canvas. Some people put them under the mattress. So, it's all been rolled up. So, I'm just going to do that. Don't judge me. It's all been rolled up, so it's looking like this. With a poured glue canvas, you can roll it back on itself. That'll help. And you can leave it to relax. But what you also want to do, get the sleeves up for this one, is bring your cover halfway, and that will help smooth out while you push it back, smooth out the canvas itself, and do the same on the other side. Turn this upside down just now. There we go. That flattens that out. You can leave it under your mattress. It's entirely up to you. Everybody has their own way of smoothing and flattening out their canvas. I have no idea where this design came from. It was gifted to me by a friend a few months ago. She was doing a D-stash and all I had to pay was the postage. There we go, sorted. So this one's in a round. I have picked this one on purpose, like I said, because there's not a lot of detail. It's a round drill, and looking at the symbols is going to be so much easier as a beginner for you to understand. So if I just zoom in, I'm going to cut to the zoom. So let's see, can you see that clearly? Let's get this in a bit more. Okay, now with this canvas, it tells you what number the drill is. You have 17 colours. You look at the last colour, last number on the key, that will tell you how many colours. So we've got 17 colours. These symbols are very easy to decipher than, let's say, a bigger canvas with different, let's say, keyboard symbols and unusual symbols. So it goes in a session, this one, which is great. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, C, D, E, F, G, H, J. Now, because there's an 8, there is no B, and because there is a 1, there is no I. That stops confusion when you're placing the drills down on your symbols. If I pull this cover back a second, you can see that E is here. So Number 13 is the drill you place down in all the symbols marked with an E. Number 8 is all the symbols marked with an 8. We've got a few up here. And number 1 is all the symbols marked with a 1 and such like and so forth. That is how you read your canvas. This canvas I picked because it doesn't have what is known as DMC numbers. I'm just going to take that off because it tells you who I got it from. Thank you again, Paige, for this canvas. I'm not too fussed about this not being sticky because this is getting binned anyway. Hang on. So I'll grab a Sharpie for a second. Right, okay. Right, so with that being said, DMC drills is something we'll talk about in another video. This canvas selected especially for this video, for these series of videos, because of the ease of use. So now we're going to go and look at your drills before we start prepping up. I'm just going to bring it out just a little bit more. That should do. Okay. So the first thing you want to note is, sorry for the riffing, the first thing you want to note is this code up here, JI1187, okay? This is your canvas code. You will also find this code on your drill bags. Right here, JI1187. This tells you that these are the drills for this canvas. If you have multiple canvases, therefore multiple packs of drills, that will help decipher which drills go with which canvas. So these match JI1187 and JI1187. Can you see that? Yeah. Okay, so know this canvas and these drills go together. Okay, that's that simple. With some kits, you'll get your drills in packets like this when they're all joined together. With other canvases, you will get drills that are in grip seal bags. Sometimes with a number on them, like this. It really does depend on the seller, where you get them from. Like I said, I don't know where this canvas came from. It was I would say gifted, but I did pay postage as she was doing a D-stash. Okay, so I've shown you how to read your canvas. So we're going here, if you can see that number next to the JI1187, that's number 1. So that goes here, that's number 1. The next one next to the code is 02, so that's number 2, and so forth. So we're going to go to number 10 now, which is A. But it doesn't say A on the packet, it still says it's 10. That basically means this colour here, these drills go on symbol A. Number 11 is C, so it's symbol C. And it just keeps going on that way. I hope that was clear enough. If not, please tell me in the comments, otherwise I won't know if you understand. So I'm going to bring this back out and I'm going to show you one way you can prep your drills, get your drills together. So we're going to move this canvas out of the way, bring these drills out. What you will need, you'll also get this, in your kit you will get something like this with a round drill canvas. You will get usually just a boat. This is known as a boat. It could be a green boat, it could be a white boat, or it could be a white tray with a spout, or a boat with a spout, depending how you like to use it. So this is very, very basic. You get the boat, the wax, and the pen. Sometimes it'll be a pen like this, sometimes a pen like this. It all depends. This one is the more common, so it's most likely to be like that. So what you're going to need is containers. I do not have the lid for these ones anymore because I used to do it and it broke. Containers, some scissors. What I sometimes use is a collapsible funnel. I've had this for about 2 years now. And a pen and labels. Okay, so these are just normal labels, these are known as permanent labels, so they don't always come off in the one go. Okay, so what I'm going to do, this canvas, like I said, does not have DMC, which I will explain in another video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write the symbol code. Well, I'm going to write the symbol onto the label, and that will tell me what drills are what, and that way I know what drills go where. So we're going to start with, it goes from 1 to 9, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then we go straight on to the alphabet, which is A. There's no B because we have an 8. C, D, E, F, G, H, and J. There is no I because we have a 1. It helps to prevent confusion. Sorry about that. So I'm finished with my pen now. I'm going to let these dry a little bit. So I'm going to use now is my scissors. I'm going to get my containers. I'm going to move this canvas out of the way so you can see a bit better. I will do the first couple of drills in the containers, and then what I'm going to do is I'll speed it up, or I'll cut. It'll be one of the two. So because I have a funnel, I am going to use the funnel, and what I tend to use as well is I use a tray to catch any drills that I may spill. So I'm just going to grab this one. Okay, so starting with number 1. Just cut that off. I'm going to put the funnel into the container, as you see. Cut open the bag. It's best to shake them down first so you don't cut through or have any drills ping out. This collapsed itself. Hang on a second. Like that. I'm going to pour that in. Okay. Make sure they're all in. I did drop a couple, so I'm just going to grab them. There's the other one. And that's number 1. So that label goes on. The ink is now dry. There'll be no smudging. And that label goes on. And back into the box. Next container will contain number 2. I think I've still got a bit of a drill in there from the last project this was used for. I'm just going to grab a tub so I can put in my rubbish. I should have a spare one. There we go. I'm just going to keep my desk clear and just put all my rubbish in this little tub, and I'll empty that when we finish. Okay, open my container, popped in the funnel, cut off the next colour, shake it down. You want all the drills to come down, so you shake the packet, cut that open to the tub, and pour them in. And that's number 2. So the lid is on, and I'm going to place my label, and that goes back into the container. Move that out of the way. Okay, the next one is number 3, and after this one, until I get, you can see this one is very full, so I'm going to speed up until I get to this one, and I will show you what to do if you have one that will not, if you have one that's going to be too much for a container. Okay, so I'll do this one and then we can speed up. I'll speed up just now. Okay, so right here, this is the pack. It looks quite full. But what else I want to show you was when you're cutting these little bags apart, you will see there is a perfect line down there. You can't see it very well in the video, but there is a perfect line right down the middle between the two bags. You can't always tear that apart, so I just tend to cut right in the middle. So that way I'm not busting any bags open or busting open the bags that are not ready to open yet. You shake this down, see that is quite full. That's after shaking it down. Let's get the funnel in. It's not likely that all of these will fit in this container. This is also one of the reasons why you need the tray. I'm going to cut that as close to the top of the drills as possible. Make it easier for me to pour them in. I'm going to do it this way. Okay, so I'll put in about, that's half a bag. I'm just going to stand it up beside my little tub. See that? And that was half a bag. I do have a spare label, so I am going to write, I am going to write down number 8 again. I'm going to let that dry, and that will go into another container. If you have a kit that has the grip seal bags and not these sachet bags, then you do not need another container. Just keep the remainder in the grip seal bag and put it into, let's say, as like an A5 zip envelope. I will show you what I mean right here. It's also where I keep my drills for canvases. So now I have this other tub to put in the remainder of this bag. So there will be cases where you have more than one colour the same. If you have packs like this, then you can probably just grab a grip seal bag and pour it in and put a label on that, or you can just put it into another container. If they come in grip seal bags, then you just pour it in what's needed, what's going to fill the pot, and then close the bag up and pop it to the side, and that's you've got your extras, your spares for when that tub runs low. So now we have 2 number 8s, and I'm just looking. That is possibly going to be, hang on, there we go, look. I have 2 number 9s. So that's clearly going to be a main colour. So I'm just going to stop the video here. I'm going to get some more labels. I have enough pots here that I can do this with, because this is a container of 30 pots. It's only 17 colours, so I do have spare. I'm just going to grab some more labels and I will be right back. Okay, so I've got some more labels, and I feel I'm going to need an extra 3 pots, so I've written 3 9s on that. So I'm going to start off with getting the first one done. Okay, shake that down. There are several ways you can, if you have more than one colour the same. Like I said, I have 2 bags of these. There are several ways you can deal with the spares, but because this design only has 17 colours and I've got 30 pots in this container here, I'm just going to do it with extra pots. That keeps it all together for me, and it keeps it all together for you all to see as we go along with these videos. Now I'll just put the full bag in. Now, I'll just put the whole bag in, forgetting I only needed half a bag. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to grab another pot. Just going to carefully take that out from here, and this is why you need the tray. Okay, so you see that wasn't a lot in there. I might only need an extra 2 pots. However, I am going to pour a little bit in, and that's up because this looks just a bit too full for me. Okay. take that one out. And the ones that are in the tray are now in this pot. I'm going to put the label on this one just now. Pop that in. But we do have another bag of this colour. So I must remember I only need roughly half a bag, give or take. Get a little bit more in. There we go. Just stand that up there beside the pot, the tub even. Yeah. I might just need one more pot, but we'll see how we get on. Okay, so I'm going to grab another pot. I'm going to carefully fill this up. That's how much we've got left in the bag. So let's have a look. And I can get them in, that's not a problem. So I only needed 2 extra pots instead of the 3, so that's okay. I don't feel it's a waste of a label. I usually write my labels out with Pilot friction pens, so I normally just rub it out. But as this is not what I call a rubby out pen, I will just get my Tipp-Ex tape over that, and that'll be ready for another project. Okay, so now we're on to 10, which is A, and this is where I'm going to start speeding up again so we can just get through this. Okay, we've just kitted up our drills, they're all in pots ready to go, but what about the canvas? Okay, so before we get into that, you see we have the symbol numbers and letters that are on the actual sticky part of the canvas itself. That's going to be important, and you shall see that in just a second. I'm just going to move my rubbish out of the way and bring my canvas back up. Bring you out. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to create a border around the edge of the canvas, and the reason for that is, if you look here, the glue overlaps. You can't see that, I'm sorry. If you look here, the glue does overlap at the edges, and you could therefore get stuck to it, or it could get dirty and fluffy from your clothing or any cat or dog hairs if you do have pets. So we're just going to edge this off, and I'm going to start from the top because that's the bit you can see. So what I would normally do here, I would get a cover minder. If you don't have a cover minder, then 2 magnets would work just as well. cover minders are just cute. So I'm going to get a cover minder. I'm going to put the bottom magnet underneath. Find it. Bring it down. That way I can keep this cover in place. And I'm going to get some washi tape. This one is quite wide, but this is pretty much a standard width. I'm going to bring it in just so you can see what I am doing. Okay, so for purposes of this video, I am just going to start at the top. And once I find my edge, we can make a start. There we are. There we go. So I'm just going to take it over a bit. Oh, another thing I should mention before we do this, most canvases will come with a thumbnail of what the image should look like. Some of them don't. I do have a couple that don't have one, but that's how it would normally look. So I'm going to take this straight up to the very black line, the border of the drill site, of the sticky. I'm going to try and keep that as neat as possible. If you don't have washi tape, masking tape would work just as well. But I think most of us favour the washi tape because it's pretty. Okay, I'm just going to take my scissors, cut that there. What I'm going to do next is take off the cover minder, smooth that back down. One important note, if you were to ever take this clear cover off all the way, be careful which way you put it back on because it's not double-sided. If you were to put it on the side it's facing you onto your sticky, it's going to stick. It'll be very difficult to remove. So I'm going to swing this round. This is why we use cover minders when we're prepping our canvases. Bring this out because it's a bit wider here. And my washi. Bring it all the way up to the edge. Oh no, it popped a nail off. And cut. Smooth your cover back down, swing it round, bring your cover up from here, where's my magnet? Find the magnet, get the cover minder back on, and do the same again. I'm going to speed this up just so we can get this over and done with. I've done the top and one of the sides. You now have an idea on how to do this, so now I'm just going to speed it up. Okay, now you see why I've written the symbols for the drills onto the pots and not just a number. It was on the packets because 9 times out of 10 your drills, your key will be covered up by the washi tape. And that's why I do the symbols onto the pots. But there, we have now prepped up our canvas. We have prepped up our drills. I'm just going to bring this back out. And if you'd like to join me again for next week's video, I will show you how to start and options when starting. Yes, there are options. And I'll see you again soon. Thank you.